you ever wondered how menstruation was back in the day? So recently I was thinking, when Eve was created, how was it? What was she using? Leaves? Huh? Because you know when their eyes were opened and they saw they were naked and they put leaves together to cover their nakedness. What was she wearing underneath? Okay, I know it's not pants. Leaves? How did they put the leaves together? Welcome to the Single Saving with Modupe. So today we're discussing the lady and her body. When did menstruation start? How did it start for those people back thousands and thousands of years ago? What were they using before tissue came, before wrappers came, before pad or tampons came? Then my concern, nobody, at least my mom, didn't share with me how, my body was going to be changing. So I was now thinking that probably she didn't even know, their generation, maybe they didn't know, what casting concon. I just saw it as, they just shake body, odeshi, and move on. Because I realized that my body changes. So I have never been one to have heavy menstrual flow or heavy cramps, pains, being incapacitated when I'm in my period and all. I have a sister who goes through all that. They're in pain. I've never been that person. Please don't beef me. It's just my body. It's just one of those gifts that God gave me. I have cramps here and there, so it has always been, stomach cramps. When I know that when my period is approaching, here's how I know, like a week before I'm having back-to-back cramps, like your stomach is doing you just pinching, like something is grabbing onto the walls of your stomach or something, Then I remember sometime last year, was it last year? I think so. I was talking to a friend of mine, he's a doctor, and I was like, headache, I'm always having headaches, I don't know. So he was like, are you sure it's not because of you stopped wearing your glasses? I was like, possible. But as the year continued, I observed that it's not about the glasses. He has his own, but it wasn't about the glasses, it was my body. I now, started to pay more close attention to my body. When I'm going to be on 5 days, 1 week to my period, I started to have headaches. 3 days to that day, intense headaches. Like I feel like, this part is going to drop if I dare to bend my head. Wow. Then this year, it sort of changed. I could have the headaches like before, then I observed it has changed to after. So a day after my period, 3 days after, I could have, headaches back to back. Boy. Then period diarrhea. Nobody told me about that. I started to experience that, I think, this year. Let me share one experience. I went to the market. I live in Surulere. I went to Census Market. If you live in Surulere, you know Census Market. And I was walking, so from Census to Aguda, there are no bikes like before. So you could wait a while at Census before you get an empty keke or korope that is going towards Aguda. So I decided, let me just walk to Aguda. Hey, sisters, in the middle of my walk, I realized that my body started to feel funny. I wanted to poop. I wanted to poo-poo. I wanted to do number 2. whatever lingua you understand. Like, where is this coming from? When I'm going to the market, I avoid drinking water so that I'm not unnecessarily looking for where to pee and all that. I was sweating. This one, you know when you're sweating because of your walking or the sun? I'm not a big sweater as well, but this one, drips of sweat. Hey, there was no bike. There was no, how, my mind was just like, okay, mobile. There's a mobile filling station in Aguda Market Axis. When I get there, there's an eatery there. I will just go there. It now looked far, like I'm walking, but it was as if it was getting further and further. As I got there, I asked for the restroom. I went straight. Thankfully, it was clean. There was water. There was nobody there. The dumping was, I'm like, what is going on? I had to rinse my face, wash my face because I was sweaty. Oh, my top was sweaty. What? Why? I was so relieved as well. After I was done, I cleaned up, I went to buy something, and I left. So I observed that, before my period, 3 days, 5 days, I'll be going to the toilet constantly for number 2. Like I could go 2-3 times. Kilo de kini moje. And that's not, on a normal day, that's not my system. So it dawned on me that this is what I'm going to be battling with. Sometimes it comes prior to my period. Sometimes it comes after. I'll just be going to the toilet. Hey God. So I'm one of those people that used to pray, like, let there be water, let there be light so that we can pump water. Because if there's no power, that means there's no water. And, oh Lord, how am I going to do this? Have you ever experienced period diarrhea? I know that aside from the period diarrhea, when you go to pee and everywhere is all bloody, there has to be water, there has to be power, there has to be water. My goodness, those are the major symptoms that I suffer. Is it right to use is it right to use the word suffer? But those are the major symptoms that I go through. Sometimes it's prior, sometimes it's after. The headaches, oh gosh. Then there's sometimes occasionally I have this nausea, wave of nausea, like it will just come, like I'll just feel sick and dizzy, like I'm about to pass out or I'm about to throw up. There was one particular night last month, just before my period. Thankfully, I was at home. I just laid down. I was having headache. Then the wave of nausea just came. Like, I wasn't going to throw up, but I felt like I need to. I just laid down and slept. I had not had dinner. I just laid down and slept. Then I woke up around midnight. I was not having dinner at that time. Then there are some times that it is intense hunger. Like I'll be eating back to back. That's not my normal body. Last week, my period was a couple of days ago. So last week, just before it, I ate dinner like 3 times. I just kept going back to the kitchen. So I'm like, no, what is this? And there are some times that I don't care for food. Like, I'll just look at the food. Maybe just to eat so that it will, I need energy. I'll just eat a little. Those are far between. Those are very rare. Most of the time, I'll be hungry for, I just want to be eating. Man, those are the things that I experience when I'm about to be on or after I am done. So how is it for you? Have you experienced any of these three things that I shared, or this three? Any of these things that I shared? Do you find any relatable? What are your symptoms that you go through? How do you take care of yourself, especially if it affects your health? Share in the comment section. Someone might know what you're going through, share their own experience as well. Let's learn from each other. I think the most painkiller that I have used is paracetamol and ibuprofen. There was a time I had to stop that so that I will not get addicted to it. But I know people who have to, just to relieve the pain. So please talk to me in the comment section. Let's get to know. Let's share. Let's learn from each other's experiences. Did your mom teach you, tell you how your body is going to change, the things that you're going to go through? My mom didn't share any of that with me. So please, let's go. You know how we do it. Comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sharing your time and data with me. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Like this video, comment and share. When you subscribe to this channel, when you like this video, when you watch and like this video, YouTube gets to see this video, how it's doing, and they get to show it to more people. So let more ladies get to see this. Let somebody laugh, let somebody learn, and let somebody share their experience with us. Thank you all so much once again. Make sure you have a lovely week ahead, and don't forget, God loves you. Do not allow anything or anyone steal your joy this week. Bye. Thank you.